Right, just going up to 20 minutes past 6. You're watching Anglia tonight. In a few minutes from now, we'll have the national news. But before that, this week, we've been joining up with our colleagues across ITV for a series of reports on troops spending Christmas far from home in Afghanistan.
Tomorrow sees the funeral in Bury St Edmunds of Lance Corporal Adam Drain. He was the 100th member of the services to die in Afghanistan this year.
But how does the military cope with those who survive Taliban attacks but are left physically or psychologically injured?
ITV's Jonathan Gibson has been to Camp Bastion to meet the hospital staff whose job it is to help others far from home.
In the field hospital at Camp Bastion, the human cost of war is plain to see. But in the medical unit, friend and foe are treated alike. Here, medics save the lives they can and support the friends of those they can't. For UK forces in Afghanistan, 2009 has been the bloodiest yet. Lance Corporal Adam Drain from Bury St Edmunds was the 100th soldier to die this year. Hospital chaplain James Aitchison prays for the fallen and comforts their friends.
Not long ago, one of our soldiers died, and we had 4 or 5 of them round the bed as he was dying. And I was able to stand with them and then pray with them and just talk with them about the whole issue, really, and how important it was for them to be there as friends, because this soldier who died, his family could not be with him as he died, and they would be able to tell how peacefully he died and how he was not in pain.
But other casualties of war leave us walking wounded. Rifleman Martin Pollock is getting regular physio after being shot in the leg.
Just here my thigh just above my knee. Been treated really well by physio and hospital when I first come in. Physio's taken over and rehab and good to go again.
But not all battle scars are physical. Major Simon Shook is part of Camp Bastion's own mental health team. He deals with the psychological impact on individuals, those directly injured and the witnesses to war.
The military has been criticised in the past for not providing the right kind of aftercare. Do you think it's now getting things right?
I think it's getting things right very quickly. We have a number of processes in place, and one of them being what we call TRIM, Trauma and Risk Management. It's a process where the soldier that's affected will get interviewed by somebody that he knows. And these people go on special courses to allow them to learn how to identify things like stress reactions.
That's something not lost on medical staff either. Rachel Lewis is an NHS nurse who volunteered to come to Camp Bastion.
What's different here is, at home, if you have a road traffic accident, you know that person woke up that morning and didn't think anything was going to happen to them. Whereas all our patients already know that they run the risk of having something awful happen. And that, for some reason, makes me feel a bit more emotional about it, that their worst fear has happened today. I'm working Christmas Day, and I really pray that it is a peaceful day and that we don't see any patients that day. And yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Sentiment no doubt shared by all as the campaign continues far from home. Jonathan Gibson in Camp Bastion for Anglia Tonight.
And our thoughts stay now with those spending Christmas in Afghanistan as we hear some more of their messages to loved ones in our region.
My name's Corporal Leighton. I'm from Royston in North Hertfordshire. I'm with D Company, 1 Royal Anglian, and I'd just like to say Happy Christmas to my son Charlie, my daughter Chelsea and my wife Jenny.
I'm Flight Lieutenant Mark Waring from RAF Honington. I'd say Happy Christmas and Happy Birthdays to my girls Lauren, Geneva and Florence, and a big Happy Christmas to my wife Rachel. I love you and I'll see you home soon.
Hi, my name is Lance Corporal Brown, out here in Up Herrick 11. I'm part of the 104 ES group. I'm originally from Northampton, 118 Remy. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my wife Susan and all my family and friends and all my work colleagues at GIST. And I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my mum and dad in Scotland, Ayrshire. Thank you.
Corporal Andy Macbeth, serving with 1st Royal Tank Regiment from Suffolk. Just wishing my wife, Catherine, Merry Christmas.
Group Captain Steve Horn from RAF Henlow, number 8 RAF Force Protection Wing. Message from my wife, Catherine, 2 children, Connor and Amelia. Sorry to be away again for the 2nd Christmas in 3 years, but a special message to Amelia, obviously a Christmas Day baby. Merry Christmas and look forward to coming back in the middle of January.
I'm Corporal Travis from 27 Squadron, RAF Regiment. I'd like to say a Merry Christmas to my wife Chantal and my little son Morgan. I'd also like to say Merry Christmas to my mum and dad, and my sister and brother-in-law, and my new baby niece Daisy May. I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks when I'm back on R&R. Merry Christmas.
Yes, more terrific messages there, and we'll have more messages and coverage of our troops in Afghanistan on tomorrow night's programme.
Right now, as you can see, Amanda's joined us in the studio for that all-important weather forecast. Is it an improving picture?
Tell us it is.
Give us some hope.
Well, it certainly is, but not such good news if you were wanting a white Christmas. As the milder air moves in, we have more chance of that rain less chance even of that rain turn to snow, but I'm sure that would be a much welcome relief for many of you. Let's take a look at the details.
You can't
So no white Christmas. You can't have it both ways, though, can you? Well, the weather this week may have been miserable for those stuck on the roads, at airports or cut off without electricity or gas.
But the snow has produced some spectacular winter scenes as well, and you've been very busy sending in some absolutely stunning pictures.
They've been brilliant. We've had loads. Thanks to everyone who sent one in. They've been amazing.
So many brilliant ones, in fact. We can't show them all.
No, I'm
but until
sorry.
tomorrow, we'll leave you with a different taste of the wintry blast. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Goodbye.